two hosting giants, HostGator and Hostinger, go head-to-head. Which one really delivers? On the left, the classic, easy hosting of HostGator, and on the right, Hostinger packed with modern speed, features, and unbeatable value. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real verdict. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly which hosting provider comes out on top. The result might surprise you. So here's what we'll be comparing today. First up is price and value because, duh, money matters. Then we've got performance and speed. Nobody wants a slow website, right? After that, data center coverage, features and security, customer support, usability and extras, and hosting options. I know that's a lot, but trust me, we're keeping it real and simple. Okay, first things first, let's talk about price and value. HostGator likes to reel you in with those low intro deals, and honestly, if you're hunting for coupons, they have plenty floating around. But here's the catch: renewal rates tend to jump pretty high, and if you want stuff like emails or backups after your first year, yeah, those are gonna cost extra. Now, Hostinger, honestly, their pricing is just easier to deal with. Not only do you get lower starting prices, but renewals don't sting nearly as much. Plus, even the base plans include managed WordPress features, no extra hassle. Only thing is, those lowest prices. Sometimes you have to sign up for a longer term to snag them. But overall, when it comes to value, Hostinger is ahead. Winner here, Hostinger. Next up, performance and speed. HostGator promises you 99.9% uptime, and for US-based sites it's reliable enough. But load times are definitely a bit slower, and they stick with regular SSDs, not the fancy NVMe kinds. Oh, and there's no Lightspeed server, which is kind of a letdown if you're chasing that turbo speed. Now Hostinger, this is where things get interesting. NVMe SSD storage for faster loading, yes. Lightspeed caching and a slick tech stack, absolutely. Plus, they've got global data centers, so latency drops no matter where your audience is, and lately their uptime results have been seriously impressive. No dedicated hosting for mega sites though, just a heads up. Still, Hostinger's speed game is just on another level, so winner once again, Hostinger. Data center coverage now. HostGator pretty much sticks with two US-based data centers, which look, it's fine if your visitors are mostly in the States, but beyond that, kinda limited. Hostinger, on the other hand, has more than 10 locations worldwide: US, Europe, Asia, even Brazil. This is huge for anyone wanting a truly global reach. So yeah, Hostinger wins this round hands down. Quick break here, a fun fact: Hostinger only started in 2011 and already powers over 29 million websites worldwide. Meanwhile, HostGator, been around since 2002 and is basically a hosting OG. Can you imagine how many sites they've seen launch? Features and security is a fun one. HostGator brings the basics: free SSL, free domain, and the classic cPanel interface that a lot of people love. They offer a good mix of hosting types too. Shared VPS, dedicated reseller, all that, but backups and domain privacy come at an extra cost unless you're on those higher tier plans. Also, no AI website builder, which in 2025 just feels kinda old school. Hostinger though? Free SSL, free domain, free daily and weekly backups on every plan, and even free domain privacy. Plus, they've got an AI website builder, staging for your site, solid built-in security tools, and their hPanel interface is way easier for beginners. The only thing missing is dedicated hosting, but for most folks you won't even notice. Hostinger takes this one too. Alright, let's chat customer support. HostGator's got 24/7 live chat and phone support, and honestly their US-based support has been around forever. But sometimes responses are a bit hit or miss, which can drive you nuts if your site's down. Hostinger sticks to live chat, no phone support surprisingly, but if you're on a higher plan you get priority and their support is just faster, more responsive. Most people say they're way happier with it, so unless you really need to pick up the phone, Hostinger is the support winner. Moving on, usability and extras. HostGator still rocks the classic cPanel interface. Some folks love it, some think it's due for retirement. There's no modern builder or staging tools, so it feels a bit old school. Now, Hostinger's hPanel is beginner-friendly and looks pretty slick. You get their AI builder, WordPress tools, staging, the whole deal, so if you don't want to wrestle with dated tech, Hostinger is a lot more fun to use. Hostinger wins here too. And now hosting options? This is where things shake up a bit. HostGator actually offers dedicated and reseller hosting for those super advanced needs if you're scaling big or want more control. Plus, they cover all the basics. Only catch is dedicated hosting isn't cheap. Hostinger gives you shared WordPress, VPS, cloud, and yeah, reseller hosting is there, but you can't get a dedicated server. If you need that beefy setup, HostGator's your pick here. So, winner for hosting options, HostGator. Let's map out all those scores side by side so you can literally see where each host stands in every category. You can pretty much see Hostinger dominating, but HostGator does hold its own, especially with hosting flexibility. So here's my take. If you're focused on getting the fastest speeds, tons of features, and overall value, especially if you run a WordPress or global site, Hostinger just makes sense. HostGator is still a smart option if you absolutely need dedicated servers or just love that classic cPanel feel. But seriously, for most people in 2025, Hostinger's got the edge. But hey, it's your call. Which host fits your style? If you want pure value and modern features, go with Hostinger. If classic flexibility is what you want, HostGator's waiting for you. Try them out and let your website do the talking.